Hello crochet friends, welcome back to Crazy Cool Crochet. Look what I made for you for Valentine's Day. A heart pillow. I'm hoping that it shows up. Let me try to get it closer here. Because I made it all one color. And of course you can change this up. This is actually all bobbles forming the heart. It's really easy. But you can change out the colors. You can make the heart white. You can use gray and white. That would be so pretty. This happened to be the yarn I had on hand. Now, this is actually a pretty significant little gift here because Valentine's Day is not my favorite holiday. Never has been. Maybe you guys can make it special this year. Comment down below if you want to be my Valentine. I hope you enjoy this pattern, and I will have more detail in the description area below. So just open up that white space and you will get more information on how to make different sizes. This is an 18 by 18, so it looks really big because I'm really little. Okay, but this is just a typical size pillow. Okay, so go ahead and watch the tutorial, and I hope you like it. In this project, we're going to be working up a Valentine's heart pillow made with bobbles, the bobble stitch. We'll be using Yarn Bee Soft Secret yarn. The color is chili red, and it's a number 4. And we'll also need scissors, a yarn needle, and the hook is an F as in Frank, or a 3.75 millimeter. We're going to start with 58 chains. If you need help with the beginning stitches, I will leave a little white box right up above that you can click, and that will take you to the beginner tutorials. And for the first row, we are going to work single crochets starting in the second chain from the hook. So don't count the chain on the hook. Don't count that loop. The first one is right there. It usually shrinks up. So start in the second chain with a single crochet. And then single crochet in each chain across. You'll end up with 57 single crochets. Right at the end of that row, chain 1 and turn. And then we are going to do a total of 18 rows in single crochet. Okay, so for row 2 and each row going forward, start your single crochet in the first space and single crochet in each space across for, again, 57 single crochets. So that's row 2. You need a total of 18 rows. And let me make something clear. This particular yarn that I'm using, the Yarn Bee Soft Secret, is a number 4, but it's a very thin number 4. And I did try using a thicker number 4, and it turned out gigantic. It really made a big difference, and it was not going to fit the 18 by 18 pillow. The same exact pattern. So I had to go with the thinner yarn in order to make it fit the pillow. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the bottom and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Take a look around. I've got so many really nice, some really unique patterns. So go back over to the home page, click where it says Crazy Cool Crochet down there in the white space, and that will take you to the home page, and that's just a sampling. If you look up on that home page, click where it says videos, and that will take you to all of my videos. Okay, we've done our 18 rows, and now I actually started row 19, and we're working 28 single crochets on row 19. And now we're going to do a bobble. So you're going to start in the next space a double crochet, Got 3 loops on the hook, pull through 2 loops, do that again in the same space, pull through 2 loops. Now you've got 3 loops on the hook, do it again in the same space, 4 loops on the hook, and one more time in the same space, pull through 2 loops, so you get 5 loops on the hook. Now pull the yarn through all 5, and now chain 1. This is really important. This locks up all those stitches. Then a single crochet in the next space, and this creates the bobble on the other side. So we will be working the bobble on the wrong side, and it's going to be forming on the right side. And now continue with the single crochets for 27 more. So you'll have 28 single crochets on one side and 28 single crochets on the other side of that one bobble. And then chain 1 turn. And now we are going to do a row of single crochets all the way across. So for the entire pattern, every time you do a row of bobbles, the next row will be a row of all single crochets. So work 28 single crochets until we hit that bobble. Okay, now the 28th single crochet is right next to the bobble, so don't miss it. Okay, now the kind of tricky part is for the next single crochet, you're going to go into the 2 strands, the chain over the bobble, the bigger one. You're going to see a little teeny tiny 2-strand chain. That's the chain that locked up that bobble. Do not go into that. Go into the next chain. Then you'll know if you got it right or wrong if you end up with an extra stitch at the end. Okay, so now again, the next single crochet is right next to the bobble, right there. So now 27 more, so that you've got the 28 on this side. At the end of that single crochet row, chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to do 26 single crochets, and then we'll start our bobbles. So it's 2 fewer than the bobble row previously. After the 26 single crochets, we're going to do our bobbles, and we are going to work 3 this time. So start in the very next space, 3 loops on the hook, pull through 2. Do that again, pull through 2. Do that again, pull through 2. You've got 4 loops on the hook. One more time, pull through 2, 4, 5 loops on the hook. Pull through all 5, and then chain to lock it in. And then a single crochet in the very next space. You will always do a single crochet after each bobble. Okay, so now we're going to do a bobble in the next space. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then one more. 5 loops on the hook, pull through all 5, and chain. Single crochet in the next space, and then one more bobble in the next space. And now a single crochet in each space across, should be 26. So if we turn this around, you can see how it's forming. So we've got the first bobble and then 3. And then it'll be a row of single crochet and then 5 bobbles. A row of single crochet, 7 bobbles. Let's go ahead and finish this row. So we'll continue with the single crochets across. And then you'll chain 1 and turn. And then continue with the single crochets, and I'll catch up to you when we get to that first bobble on the other side. I've done 25 single crochets, and now 26 is going to be in that space right next to the bobble. Now remember to skip that little teeny tiny chain and go into the next one, the larger one. And then into the single crochet space in between the bobbles. You will go ahead and do a single crochet in there. Skip the teeny tiny one, go to the next one. And then go into that single crochet in between the bobbles. And then the single crochet on top of that bobble, under that 2 strands chain. And then 26 single crochets across the row. Alright, now I've got a sample swatch here just to show you what we're doing. Okay, so this is the row that we just did with the 3 bobbles and then 26 single crochets. And then you chain 1 turn. And then you come across with 24 single crochets on that other side. 24 single crochets, and then you'll start your bobbles again. And then on that row you will do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bobbles, a single crochet in between each one, and that's the pattern. So you will be decreasing by 2 single crochets on each edge, and then increasing by 2 bobbles on each bobble row. So you'll start with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and we'll keep working our way up. And then of course you'll start with 28 single crochets on one side, and then 28 on the other, and 26, 24, 22, so just keep going in that pattern. Okay, I want to show you where we're at, or where I'm at, and then I'll give you the counts for the rows and where we are proceeding from here. So we started with the 18 rows of single crochet, and now with the bobble rows I'm going to give you the counts. So when you had the 1 bobble, you had 28 single crochets on either side, 3 bobbles, 26 single crochets, 5 bobbles, 24 single crochets, 7 bobbles, 22 single crochets on each side, 9 bobbles, 20 single crochet, 11 bobbles, 18 single crochets, 13 bobbles, 16 single crochet, 15 bobbles, 14 single crochet, 17 bobbles, 12 single crochet. When you get to 19 bobbles, you'll have 10 single crochets on each side. And we will actually stay with that count of 19 bobbles and 10 single crochets for 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bobble rows. And don't forget you've got those single crochet rows in between. Also, you will have the count of 57 for every row, front and back. Whether it's a bobble row or a single crochet row, you will always keep to that count of 57 stitches. Right now we're going to start bringing the heart this way. So on the next row, after you've got your 5th row of bobbles and the single crochet row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Okay, after you did that row with the 9 bobbles and then the 3 single crochet in between, you do the row of single crochet, chain 1, turn, Then on the next row you're going to do 10 single crochet again on each side, and then 8 bobbles on each side, and 7 single crochet in the center. So 10 single crochet, 8 bobbles, 7 single crochet, 8 bobbles, 10 single crochet. And right now in the next row we will be doing 12 single crochet. After you chain 1 and turn, do 12 single crochet, 6 bobbles, 11 single crochet in the center, 6 bobbles, 12 single crochet at the end. Okay, you can see how that heart is shaping up. So cute. Okay, now the next row. After you do your row of single crochet, chain 1, turn, then we will do 14 single crochet, 4 bobbles, 15 single crochet in the center, 4 bobbles, 14 single crochet at the end. Okay, when you complete the heart with all the bobbles, then we do 18 rows of single crochet, same as when we started, and then tie off the yarn, and then we'll do the second panel, or the back panel. And the back panel follows the front panel. So we started with a chain of 58, and then we worked 71 total rows at 57 single crochets across, and then tie off the yarn. And now it's time to seam the 2 panels together. Now we place the 2 panels on top of each other, right sides together, and I am starting at this corner here, and this is actually the bottom of the heart, the point. So we're going to seam around here, back up the other side, then we'll insert the pillow. We'll turn this inside out and then insert the pillow, and then we'll do the last seam on the bottom. Now you're just going to take your yarn needle with the length of yarn, start at the corner. We're just doing a simple whip stitch. Bring it through. I like to tie into a knot, and I'll do a double knot, and then the whip stitch is just going around. Go under 2 strands of each panel. And that's it. So just continue the seaming until you get back around, and then we'll insert the pillow. Okay, now I have inserted the pillow. The 3 sides have been seamed, turned it inside out to insert the pillow. Now you do the same whip stitch on the remaining edge, and don't worry that you're doing it on the outside. It will not show. It just blends in when you're done. So just continue, and then you'll be done. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you go over to crazycoolcrochet.com for the written instructions. Thank you.